spiritual. I don't care. No one can tell me otherwise. The last quarter of last year, I was going through it, still going through it now a little bit, but even more so, the last quarter of last year, I was going through it. And I feel like your mood is directly tied to the quality of your cooking and your baking. And towards the end of last year, I was like, okay, for Christmas, like my uncle invited me round to his and my nan's house, and there was some other family that were coming around too. And I thought, okay, it'd be nice to like gift them free food because I don't have like a lot of money right now to be buying extravagant gifts and things like that. So yeah, why not offer like my skills, my gifts? People like my food, my cooking, and my baking, so let me cook and bake. So what I wanted to do for people was like bake a batch of Christmas cookies and like Christmas shortbreads, milk chocolate cookies, and put them in like a nice jar and give them to people. So I had all like my Christmas themed cookie cutters and everything, and the shortbreads, they just came out awful. Like they were horrible, like the worst shortbread that I've ever made. And the chocolate cookies, like I stupidly like cut them into shapes and baked them so they'd all like spread out and lost their shape. And I'm like, oh, this one cooking is actually science. Like you need to actually be clued up on science, because then I did, oh yeah, of course, like I did after the fact that it was going to spread like that, but I didn't even know what the science is behind that. I need to look into it. But it did like clock like, oh, because they're cookies, it's gonna like bake different to the way the shortbread bakes. Yeah, I was just so disappointed in myself because I have really high standards like when I'm cooking and baking. My auntie was one of the people who I gifted them to, and my cousin. They really enjoyed it and they gave me good feedback, but just I'm glad they liked it, but it's like I know I could have done better. I also made a sticky toffee pudding, which people loved, but I know it wasn't my best. And like, yeah, and I just really felt like that was tied to my mood at the time because I was just feeling so tired, like physically tired. I didn't have the energy. I remember when I was making it, I was just so tired, but I was like, it's Christmas Eve, like I've got to get this done. I want to gift it to people. I was just so like burnt out, tired, because of all like the personal issues that I've been going through in the last quarter of the year as well. Like I feel like it was just all piling up and just affecting like my cooking. And there'd even be times I just cannot be bothered to cook. Like cooking would just feel like such a chore, and it's just so crazy how the two are linked. But yeah, let me know if that's something you've clocked or noticed. And yeah, if you are in like a dark place or bad place, like, and you know you still want to cook, you still want to bake, like how do you ensure that your food still comes out like good? I think one thing that I'm trying to do now is just to make sure when I'm cooking, like I'm not tired, like super tired. It needs to be when I have like a bit of energy, because when I'm tired the food is just not really going to come out great. And then also the Christmas period, like a couple of days later or a few days later, I had a different family gathering and I made a sticky toffee pudding and some cookies, different types of cookies, like salted caramel, like white chocolate cookies, milk chocolate cookies, and a sticky toffee pudding. Everyone loved the sticky toffee pudding. Like people really loved it, complimented me on it. People were like putting in birthday orders. Like that's how much people loved it. But again, like because that was most of the people there, that was their first time having it, so they had nothing to compare it to of mine. But when I was like baking, like I tried like a little bit of it. I was like, I know this is not my best again. So it's like I was kind of like feeling the same kind of feelings. Like again, my mood, how I'm feeling, how the year is going is affecting like my cooking and baking output. But yeah, people did really love the cookies and the sticky toffee pudding, but I was just not happy with it. But in 2026, I'm like really gonna try and make sure that like my mood and what I'm going through does not affect the food, the things that I'm baking, cooking, because yeah, I like to eat good. I like my food, and when I'm cooking for others, I like them to enjoy it as well. But I also like want to be happy with the food that I've made them as well, because you might be watching this and thinking, well, people still enjoyed it, so like, what's the issue kind of thing. But I think when you have like high standards for yourself, or when you know you can do better, like yeah, you just get in your head about that. So yeah, I think my point is that I'm just trying to say like, yeah, just deep the fact how your mood, for me, like how my mood, how I'm feeling, what I'm going through, it kind of like manifests itself in like how I feel about the things that I've cooked and baked. And I feel like how my things taste and come out is just affected by my mood. So yeah, just making sure now that when I cook and when I bake, I'm in good spirits, have energy, making sure I'm cooking better and baking better in 2026. But then also understanding that not everything is going to come out nice and amazing all the time. And like, what can you learn from that when things don't necessarily go your way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and if this is something you can relate to.